Okay, so now what? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you
So
off.
anyway, that's no problem. So then he says, all your mattresses coming from St. Louis, it'll be here Thursday, and we'll deliver it on Friday or Saturday. Well, that's not what you told me. You called me Friday night because I was in here last Friday to check to see, and Lee ain't here no more. He got fired. He ain't doing what he's supposed to be doing.
Yes. Well, unfortunately, they called you and said your bed was in.
Yeah.
Which I sold you on the 9/26, and 2 days later they were saying your bed was in. It wouldn't even have been made that fast.
Yeah.
But he shouldn't even have. They shouldn't have called you for one because it wasn't here.
Yeah.
You know, but then Sean coming in the next day and telling you all that nonsense, I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have any reason to tell you I was fired and I've been messing up and not taking care because that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
So I apologize for that.
Well, you know.
So
and I said, well, you told me that, you told me and my wife you'd been here years.
I've been with the company, yeah,
and
a long time.
And he said, well, he's just not doing what he's supposed to be doing. I don't know. I said he treated us right and treated us nice and everything.
Well, according to what was reported to my bosses, you came in here, you were screaming and hollering that I made you a bunch of promises. I told you your bed was going to be here that day.
No.
And my thing was, I said, well, I always write will call on that receipt.
Exactly.
Which your receipt says
yes.
will call, and we'll call you when it comes in and set up a date on theirs.
You told me to check back with you in a week and a half or so.
Yes, sir.
And that's why I came in last Friday to check. And then he starts in with all this shit, and then he calls me Friday night and says, your bed's in. I said, well, earlier you told me the mattress was coming from St. Louis, and it wouldn't be here until Thursday. It's here. He said, I don't know why. He said, your bed should have been delivered already. Oh, well.
My apologies, sir, for him.
But I wasn't yelling and screaming.
No,
and I wasn't, I'm just being calm like I am now.
Yes, sir.
And
it was kind of shocking to me because I was like, there's no way I would tell a customer his bed's going to be here in 2 days, 3 days.
Because you told us it had to be made.
Yes, sir. But it's water under the bridge. I'm back here, and I'll be here every day.
Yeah, okay.
So the mattress is going to be here in the next couple days, a few days.
And then I asked him, I said, well, are they bringing the headboard brackets? No, they don't come with it. I said, no, that's not what Lee told us.
That particular model, we have a big stack of them right back there and right over the ticket.
He said, you can't put a headboard on any of these platforms. Well, no.
Wow.
I said, Lee even showed me that on one of the platforms that you can see the front part of it, that they go underneath. And, hey, no, not of ours. And I said, well, I don't know.
That's okay.
He says,
water under the bridge. So I'm back in the
my
saddle,
language, but he's a fucking idiot.
Yeah, well.
And he even went as far as saying that you was fresh to one of the customers. I don't think so. I said, Nan's married. That don't mean nothing.
Maybe he got some bad coffee that morning. Who knows?
But he was goofy as hell.
Yeah, that's what I've been hearing. So he won't be around these parts. You'll see me all the time.
Okay. And he said that they called him in the middle of the night. That he didn't even get no sleep. They called him at 3 o'clock in the morning and told him he had to be here from Wichita. He said, I live in Wichita. He said, I had to drive 3.5 hours to be here. Wichita is only a 2-hour drive. An hour and a half you drive, Well,
they're building, he's going to be in a store in Wichita, and he was coming in to help give some days off.
And then he goes and badmouths you and lies to people.
Yes. Yeah.
But
funny thing, Nothing new to me, but I'm here. I'm happy to be here, and I'm glad that
you're back.
I'm glad you're still a customer.
Yeah, I'm glad you're back.
You could have tucked and ran on us, because that's just not a conversation to have with a customer.
No, and And, it's like this. Why is he telling people that you got fired and you weren't doing your job and all this shit?
Well, technically, I did get fired over it, but I had to do some explaining and say, hey, this is what's going on here. And, it was
Well,
a
he said you'd already been fired before. And,
quick decision. So,
it's like, he didn't,
yep, not quite.
you seemed very professional when we were in here. I said, that don't sound right to me.
Things happen, and I can't do anything but let it go.
Yeah.
'Cause like I said, I'm here. I'm happy to be
All right,
here.
so,
I got another 18 years in me, I think.
Yeah. well, let's hope so.
All right.
So-
So I will be in contact. The brackets are here. The mattress is on its way. The adjustable's already in place. So it's
Yeah.
just a matter of shipping company getting it to us.
Yeah.
We're getting close.
Okay. So hopefully, maybe this weekend.
Yeah. Only bad thing, you got to look at my ugly face now.
Hey, I ain't got a problem with that. You got to look at mine too. So, hey. But, and during time I was talking to Sean, somebody came in, and he just gets up and walks away from me.
Didn't excuse himself or anything.
No,
Let me get these guys started. I'll be right back with you
No.
or anything. Just walked away.
he just walked away.
Yes.
And they called me Friday night and said, hey, your bed's in, it'll be here tomorrow. We'll deliver it between 1 and 5 tomorrow. And I called at 5:30. Oh, they were supposed to call you. Well,
But he's the one that actually called you and told you it was here.
yeah. He said, it's their fault. Well, because he said, they told me they called you. Nobody called me. You're the one that called me. He said, then he turns around and said, I don't even remember calling you.
Wow.
Well, you called me Friday night at 7 o'clock and told me your bed will be delivered tomorrow between 1 and 5.
Yes, sir.
I said, so we moved everything all around. I said, I was kind of pissed off at him.
I can imagine.
I said, that means I have to go without my oxygen tonight and my CPAP machine. I can't sleep without it because,
Yes, I remember. Yeah.
yeah, and it's like, yeah, okay.
All right, sir. I appreciate that explanation. And hey,
Yeah, but I had nothing bad to say about you.
I believe it. I know it.
Yeah.
I know it.
Because, all the times I come, you've always been on top of things.
Appreciate that.
All right. Thank you, sir.
You have a great day, and I'll be
All
in
right.
contact in the next couple days when that truck pulls up.
Okay.
All right. You have a good one.